Let me do all the thinking. Just go out there and cut it loose. See, that's why I like Mike Zimmer. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back. Like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? Game day getting closer. This close. Listen, before I go forward, man, let me just give a great, amazing thank you to our channel sponsor, BetUS, where the game begins. As I've been saying, man, if you have any betting needs, go let BetUS take care of you like they take care of me. Let's talk about these linebackers, man. Let's talk about actually all of our young defensive players. This is why I like Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer was talking to Maris Lewis. Actually, he was talking to all of them. Maris was the one that gave the quote, and Maris said that Mike Zimmer said, I guess they were asking him about like what they should do this week, how they should be prepared, things you would ask your defensive coordinator. And Mike Zimmer said, "Hey, man, y'all been prepping for everybody out." Obviously, I wasn't in the meeting. I'm paraphrasing, but Mike Zimmer basically said, "You've been prepping all summer, rookie mini camp, OTAs, actual training camp. I'll do all the thinking. You just go out there and cut it loose. Let it fly. Do your thing, and we'll be fine." And I like that quote. This is what stood out to me because, what I'm saying, I was thinking about this. I said, I feel like that's completely different than Dan Quinn. Now, I know it feels like a Dan Quinn like trash fest, and every day we're talking about how Mike Zimmer's up here, Dan Quinn's down here, and it's not necessarily that for everybody that thinks that, every time I come in here, you trashing Dan Quinn. No, it's just sometimes when you've had something for so long, pay attention, people. I'm trying to teach you something. And you get something new, you can start realizing what you weren't getting before. And it wasn't that it wasn't great. It's just that there were things that were missing. And Dan Quinn was good. Like, I'm not saying this scheme was completely trash. We had a top 5 defense, multiple years, I believe. We had a very opportunistic defense, aggressive, and in the pass rush and takeaways and jumping routes and different things. But I think over time you can be a victim of your own success. I think that Dan Quinn's system helped to enable our players to disregard their assignments, to not be disciplined. And not playing disciplined football will bite you at the worst times. When you're playing against lower tier teams, I'll put a graphic that I stole from First Things First up on the screen. Lower tier teams, you'll have dominance. You look at the points we allowed versus the lower tier teams. It's not even close. It's jarring. It's like, oh, that defense is crazy. But then when you start playing against teams that game plan for your weaknesses, highlight your weaknesses, and know how to steer away from your strengths. Look at how we was allowing like over 27 points a game, I believe. Like it's craziness. The diametrically opposed difference between when we played a good team and a bad team. And those glaring weaknesses weren't just prevalent to us as fans. The enemies knew it. That's why they wasn't stressing when they played the Cowboys defense. They knew what to do. They knew how to neutralize Micah. They knew how to, they're aggressive. They're overly aggressive. They jump routes. That's why they were skirting people out their back in the Green Bay game. And we was out there looking crazy. So why do I say all this? When he tells Maris, let me do all the thinking, I feel like Mike Zimmer has been heavily game planning. I think that he knows this opponent very well because Kevin Stefanski coached under him for like 6-7 years as an assistant and then like 2 years as an offensive coordinator. Like, he knows them very well, but he's prepped for this. I think Mike Zimmer spent the summer just kind of assessing what we got and knowing what would be the best for success. That's why he leaned away from just rookie defensive tackles and getting some veteran people in here, linebackers as well. He's the reason that Eric Kendricks is here. He's the reason that Linval Joseph is here. He's the reason that Jordan Phillips is here. and Carl Lawson. I think he knows that where we needed experience at. I want y'all to listen to Maris Louisville talk about why it's been amazing since Jordan Phillips and Linval Joseph has been here. And then I want to let y'all hear a word from our dynamic sponsor.
And like seeing, the additions the team's made up front on the D line, bringing in Linval Joseph, Jordan Phillips the last few weeks. How much do you feel like that's helped up front?
I feel like it's helped a lot, not only on the field, but these guys are veterans coming in, and so they bring a lot of knowledge, and they're natural leaders. And so for the young guys, especially me and the rookies, and we just look up to them, and they have a lot of things to share with us.
Yeah, Mike said it looked like some linebackers were smiling in the run defense drills in the first few reps that those dudes were out there in front of you guys.
So could you say that again?
Mike said it looked like some of you guys at linebacker position were smiling in the first few run drills with those two in front of you because of just how much they can make an impact.
Yeah, I mean, having great D linemen in front of linebackers is, it's everything, really.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
I just want y'all to know how simple this is. Look, just go to betus.com. Right on your phone. You don't got to do it on the computer. Look how simple the interface is. All the betting lines, NFL Week 1. You can see all the lines. It's real simple. It ain't even that hard. You get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. You cannot beat that. The best in the game. You see how easy this website is? It's perfect. You can pull it up on your phone, get all the best lines. It's the best betting app on the market. BetUS.com. Trust me.
BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Listen. That's what I'm talking. First of all, you seen Maris smiling. Why are you smiling about defensive tackles like that? It's because it's been something that's been missing from here. Even over the summer. Maris only been here for a couple of months. And he could tell the difference. Shout out to Justin Rogers. I know he isn't here anymore. Albert Huggins was trying his best, even though he was off the couch and he was treated to the dash. These guys gave their best. It just wasn't good enough. And it is what it is. The NFL is not a hold your hand business. It's a get things done business. And they couldn't get it done. We got Joseph in here. We got Jordan Phillips in here. Experienced veterans. They might be long in the tooth, but they know how to play football. And luckily, they play positions where I don't need you to be very, very fast. I don't need you to sprint. I need you to hold down a certain area so that the guy behind you, Maris Louisville, so that he can sprint, so that he can do his thing. So I'm excited about how Mike Zimmer's approaching this. I think the fact that he has Stefanski under him and they work together for so long, this is going to be a chess match. 100% chess match. They're going to go back and forth, and that's fine because Stefanski knows Mike Zimmer's defense too. So we're going to see what kind of additions that Mike Zimmer's made and what kind of additions and changes that Stefanski's made, right? My thing that let me know that, we got an upper hand on him is because as great as Mike Zimmer's defenses were, and they were great, he ain't never had a Micah Parsons. And that is the leveler. In this game, I feel like that will be the difference. The Browns have a great defense. Great defense. Myles Garrett is one of the best edge rushers in the game. But we have Micah Parsons, who is one of the best defenders, period, in the game. And is way more versatile and multifaceted than Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is probably the best pure pass rusher we have. But Myles Garrett can't run down the sideline with a corner. Well, he might. That bad boy, he a beast. But I don't believe he can do what Micah can do. And that's fine. We also have Dak Prescott, and we'll get into that further as we get closer as Wednesday on why the difference in this game is probably going to come down between who's the better quarterback. And I don't really feel like that's a discussion. It's Dak. Let's just move on. So to recap everything, you know what I'm saying? Mike Zimmer saying, go out there, don't think, cut it loose. You know what I'm saying? Let me do all the thinking. It's basically just saying, hey, man, I've prepped. I'm ready. I'm going to put y'all in the best places for you to have success. You don't overthink. Don't slow yourself down. I think Demario Overshown was talking about that recently. He ready to go. He said, yo, I'm cutting it loose. I'm not holding back. And I'm just liking what I'm hearing from my defense. I think that Mike Zimmer built this thing from the ground up as quick as possible, establishing rules and discipline and job integrity. So go do your job so your other teammates can have success. That's his motto. So I'm liking it, man. I just want to jump in here and talk to y'all about the fact that the changes that have been made, the defensive coordinator change, I think it's going to be exponentially better, and we're going to see it on Sunday. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man. Do y'all feel like Mike Zimmer has been an upgrade to Dan Quinn so far? And I know we haven't played a game yet, but there is a such thing as preparation, and you can see things. Let's not ignore the fact that we see that the preparation and the way the players are talking is different. It's just different. But look, man, thank you again to our sponsor, BetUS. I'm going to get back in this grind, get back in this lab. I'll be back to see y'all later. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Holla.